Rahul stood at the fort's entrance, the weight of the key heavy in his pocket, and the old man's words echoing in his mind. He felt a mixture of excitement and apprehension about what lay ahead. With a deep breath, he decided to explore the true purpose of the key, believing that it could bring something valuable to his village. He took a moment to gather his thoughts and visualize the possibilities. What if this key could unlock more than just treasures? The village had been struggling for years with drought and poverty. Families were losing hope, and children had stopped dreaming of a brighter future. Maybe, just maybe, the key could unlock a way to help everyone. Rahul turned away from the fort and made his way back to the village. As he walked, he thought of the old man's advice. Use the key wisely. That wisdom felt more like a mission now, and Rahul knew he had to act quickly. The gathering of villagers. Reaching the village, he called for a meeting in the central square. The villagers gathered, their faces filled with curiosity and concern. Rahul stood before them, holding the small key tightly in his hand. "Everyone, I have discovered something important," he announced. "There is a secret key that can unlock not only treasures, but potentially the future of our village." Whispers spread through the crowd. "What do you mean?" asked an elderly woman. "What does this key unlock?" "I don't know for sure," Rahul replied, "but I believe it could help us find a way to bring water back to our fields or resources to support our families." A journey to the hidden chamber. Encouraged by his words, the villagers decided to accompany Rahul back to the fort. They walked together, their spirits lifted by the hope of what the key might bring. Upon reaching the fort, they entered the dimly lit tunnel, led by Rahul, who was now filled with determination. At the end of the tunnel, they reached the old wooden cabinet. Rahul carefully opened it and placed the small key into the lock of a hidden drawer at the bottom of the cabinet. As he turned the key, the drawer creaked open, revealing an ancient scroll covered in dust. The ancient scroll. Rahul gently unfolded the scroll, and the villagers gathered around to see what it contained. The scroll was written in an old script, but had illustrations depicting a large underground spring, surrounded by lush greenery. "This looks like a map," exclaimed a young boy from the crowd, pointing to the illustrations. "It shows a spring near the mountains, not far from here." Rahul felt a surge of excitement. "If we can find this spring, we might be able to bring water back to our village." The quest begins. Without wasting any time, the villagers rallied together. They prepared for the journey to the mountains, gathering tools and supplies. Rahul felt a sense of unity and purpose as they set off on their quest. The journey was not easy. They faced steep paths, rocky terrain, and harsh weather conditions. But with each challenge, their resolve grew stronger. They supported each other, sharing stories and laughter along the way. Finally, after a long day of travel, they reached a hidden valley nestled between the mountains. There, before their eyes, was the underground spring, its water crystal clear and flowing freely. A new beginning. The villagers cheered, their voices echoing in the valley. They had discovered the hidden treasure that the key had unlocked, a source of life for their village. Rahul knelt beside the spring, dipping his hands into the cool water. Tears of joy filled his eyes as he realized the impact of their journey. They would be able to irrigate their fields, quench their thirst, and bring life back to their land. As they celebrated, the old man's words resonated in Rahul's mind. Use the key wisely. They had done just that. Conclusion. From that day on, the village prospered. With the water from the spring, crops flourished and families thrived. Rahul became a leader, guiding his people with the lessons he had learned from the old man and the adventure they had shared. And as for the key, it became a symbol of hope and wisdom, reminding everyone that true treasure lies not in gold and jewels, but in the unity and well-being of their community. The answer to Rahul's next move had indeed opened a new chapter for his village, one filled with promise and possibility.